welcome to The Tonight Show with Natalie Weaver.
Yeah! Good evening, I'm your host Natalie Weaver. We have a great show planned for you all tonight. Our special guests are Shakespeare's most iconic character, Hamlet, and the rebel from 1984, Winston. Tonight we'll be talking about a question that has plagued mankind for centuries. What do acts of courage and cowardice look like? To help us answer this question, let's bring out Hamlet to talk about his recent experiences.
Woo! Hello, Natalie. Thank you for having me. I've actually wanted to share my thoughts on this for a while, but when I do, I tend to ramble on in monologue-like function.
Yes, we've definitely noticed that. Alright, Hamlet, let's get right to it. Tell us the story of what happened to your father.
Well, it all started when my father, the King of Denmark, was brutally murdered. I was on my way to school when I found out, and I was completely devastated. When I came home from the funeral, I found out that my mother, being so recently widowed, had remarried my uncle. I could tell something just wasn't right, and I had come to discover that it was my uncle who killed my father.
After you found that out, what did you do about it?
Well, my initial reaction was to avenge my father's death by killing my uncle.
So why didn't you kill him when you just found out?
Well, part of me wanted to, but I wanted to be 100% sure he was responsible for my father's death before I did it. I've never killed a man.
Do you regret not killing him right away?
Well, I had a burst of courage when I thought my uncle was standing behind the curtain in my mother's room. I stabbed the curtain thinking I had successfully avenged my father's death, but it just turned out to be Polonius.
What emotions were you feeling when you had just found out you stabbed an innocent man?
Well, I knew what I did was wrong, but in my crazed state to seek revenge for my father, I did not feel remorse at all in the moment. However, I knew I would eventually have to pay for what I did.
So what happened after you stabbed Polonius?
After I killed Polonius, I begged my mother not to tell anyone, and I ran off to England.
Why did you end up leaving? Why didn't you just stay in Denmark and confront your problems when you had the chance?
I was really scared, and I had so many emotions running through me and no clue what the best course of action was. So I guess I took the easy way out and ran.
Okay, so when you finally did come back, what happened?
I ran into Laertes, and he found out what I had done, and he thought that I was responsible for his sister's death as well.
What was Laertes' reaction when he saw you?
Well, he was really angry, and we got into a fight at his sister's funeral, and then Claudius set up a fencing match between us so that we could resolve our issues once and for all.
Wow, that sounds like it would be an intense fencing match. How did it end?
I was dead set on avenging my father's death. So after Laertes stabbed me with the poison blade Claudius had given him, I used the same blade to kill Claudius myself. It took every bit of strength I had left in me, but I knew in that moment that I was going to die anyways, so this was my last chance to do something.
I think we can all agree that you truly embodied courage in the end, despite having moments of cowardice along the way. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Hamlet. When we return, we'll be talking to the rebel from 1984, Winston.
How many of you need something in your house poisoned? I know many of you probably do. This is poison by Hamlet. Now, buy this poison to get rid of any insects, mice, rats, or anything else such as avenging for your father's death and giving it to your uncle. We now have new flavors like mint and lime, vanilla and cherry. It is so good. You shouldn't drink it, but it does smell good. Now, it comes in these big bottles for many occasions. I would now like to talk to somebody that's used Poison by Hamlet, introducing my friend. Her name is Ansley. Hello, welcome. You've used poison before?
Yes.
What did you need it for?
There was a polar bear in my yard.
A polar bear? How much of this did you use?
The whole bottle.
The whole bottle? And how quickly did that polar bear Stop.
Within 30 seconds.
Within 30 seconds, do you hear that, folks? This is so good, it gets rid of it within 30 seconds. Personally, I don't know if you need the whole bottle, but thank you for coming. Poison by Hamlet, and now travel size for when you get frustrated with your uncle on plane rides. Thank you. 1999, Poison by Hamlet.
Welcome back to The Tonight Show. I'm your host, Natalie Weaver, and it's time to bring out our next guest, Winston from 1984.
I have to admit, all the cameras in here are making me kind of nervous. Are you sure there aren't any in this picture over here? And what about that guy? Is he part of the Truth Police?
Winston, I can assure you, this location is secure. Big Brother's not watching tonight. Okay, so firstly, I'd like to ask you a question that's on everyone's mind. What made you decide to become a rebel?
Well, first I was pretty afraid to express my opinions about everything and all the questions I had, because aside from my journal entries that I kept in my apartment, nobody knew what I was thinking, but the trend continued for years, and then one day I met this girl, Julia, and spending time with her gave me the confidence and courage to solidify my stance against the party.
What changed after you met Julia?
I pledged my loyalty to the Brotherhood, which is basically an organization in charge of the rebellion, and despite the possible consequences of my actions, finally gained the courage to stand up for my beliefs and pledge my alliance to the rebellion.
So, what ended up happening after you joined the rebellion?
Well, I thought I was getting closer to unveiling the corruption of the party, but it turned out the Brotherhood was actually just an extension of the party, and their rule was truly absolute after all. Then Julia and I ended up being discovered and captured, and then they brainwashed and tortured us until we became conforming citizens once again.
Wow, talk about a series of unfortunate events. So, how did things play out when you returned to your daily life?
My love for Big Brother grew with each and every day, and I forgot all my feelings for the rebellion.
Thank you for sharing your story, Winston. I really enjoyed hearing about your courageous acts of rebellion against the party.
Are you due for a computer upgrade? I'd like you to buy this brand new Toshiba laptop with full keyboard and keypad and touchscreen monitor. The great thing about this computer is that it is so lightweight and easy to carry that you can take it practically anywhere with you. It has all these lovely features and... Is this a camera? Is this a camera? Hello? Why am I selling this product?
Stop! Cut! Sorry for the previous technical difficulties, but let me tell you about this great laptop that we have here for sale today. The keyboard is very nice. It feels very good on your fingers when you're typing. The touchscreen, amazing for anything that you need it for. And it's so lightweight, it just travels everywhere with you. This is definitely the laptop for you. Now that we've heard the stories of both Winston and Hamlet, let's bring Hamlet back out so we can play a game of charades.
Yeah.
Okay, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give one of you a card with a word on it, and you'll have 30 seconds to get the other person to try to guess your word.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, Hamlet, here's your first word.
Okay.
Time starts now.
One word. Shaping a maraca. Not chicken maraca. Are you making a drink? No. Heartache? Oh, stabbing!
Yeah!
Good job, guys. All right, good job, guys. Now it's time for Winston's first word. You ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, time starts now.
Painting. Is it arts and crafts? Writing in a book. Writing a story. Writing, is it writing in a diary?
Yes.
Yeah!
Nice, good job, guys. Okay, Hamlet, here's your next word.
Okay. This is a good one.
All right, you guys ready? Time starts now.
Telescope?
No. Oh. One word? Viewfinder?
Bird watching?
I don't know. Come on, you got it.
Binoculars?
No.
And time! I'm sorry, the word was camera.
Camera.
No, there's no cameras. It's okay. It was just the word.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Winston, here's your last word. Okay, time starts now.
One word. Mixture. Stirring. Poison.
Nice work,
And
guys.
do not forget, Poison by Hamlet is now selling for $19.99 in many flavors. Please buy it. It is very good at doing its job.
All right. Well, there's our show for today. Thank you all for watching The Tonight Show.
Poison by Hamlet is a proud sponsor of The Tonight Show. Now here's a word from another one of our sponsors.
Do you ever feel like somebody's watching you? If so, you need this product. The CamScan 3000 scans any surface around you for any cameras that could possibly be in the room. It goes through materials such as wood, concrete, cardboard, anything you can think of. And it comes in different colors too. They even are scented. They also come in different sizes, ranging from the size of a computer memory stick to the size of a purse. We even make keychains for those of you who are on the go.
And now for a demonstration.
Beep, 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 beep.
Spotted.